thinking about it, Gene Autry thought it would be a hit. Just in case it wasn't a hit, he put "Here Comes Santa Claus" on the backside. And that sold the record. This then became a legend. If you don't know the difference between something being famous and being a legend, being famous makes money. I remember an old-fashioned tree trimmed with tinsel that shone in candlelight. In the window where neighbors all could see how we kept our Christmas merry and bright. I love the evening we'd trim the tree, and then we'd all sing carols and pledge goodwill toward men. Every year it's just an old-fashioned tree that means all the world of Christmas to me. I love the evening we'd trim the tree, and then we'd all sing carols and pledge goodwill toward men. Every year it's just an old-fashioned tree that means all the world of Christmas to me. That means all the world of Christmas to me. Thank you very much for listening. And I know you're thinking, well, I don't know that song, can't sing along, but the next one you will. One of the most famous, maybe the most famous of the recorded songs of Christmas was written by a Jewish songwriter whose real name was Israel Balain. Israel Balain came to the United States from Russia with his family in the early 1890s, at about the age of 5. They were from a little hamlet that was destroyed by the Cossacks, and they said, to heck with this, we're going to America. And so they got on a ship and they arrived, and they lived in that part of New York where probably they were neighbors of the Gershwins and the Marx Brothers as young people at the time. And that melting pot created some of the greatest musicals and films and humor that we've ever experienced, and that those things prevailed throughout the 20th century and on into the 21st. Well, Israel Balain, along the way, decided that his name was too hard to remember. So Balain became Berlin. And Israel, he changed his name to Irving. And by the time he was in his 20s, he was one of the most famous people on the planet. Being famous does not give you a pass for things tragic. He got married to the love of his young life, and the two of them went on a honeymoon to Cuba. And while she was there, the two of them were there, she contracted typhoid fever. And within a few months, she was gone. And he was a widower for 15 years. And then 15 years was enough time to really become established as a writer, but he was not happy, as you can imagine. He fell in love again. This time he fell in love with a woman who was Roman Catholic. And boy, did the sparks fly. Her father wanted nothing to do with Irving Berlin or anything to do with show business. He was a New York businessman, and he was no nonsense. And so he tried to break them up. He said, no daughter of mine is going to, marry a man in show business. And so off she went to Europe. He sent her off to Europe and while she was there, she heard a song that really touched her called it was called What'll I Do? She referred to it as What Shall I Do? And when she came back to the States, they met up again and they started their romance. The father tried one more trick. He invited all the eligible young men in her age group to a party in their home in Long Island. And so sort of like Cinderella in reverse, and invited the a well-known orchestra to come. And it turned out that the orchestra leader and Irving Berlin were very good friends. So as the evening wore on, Irving Berlin was not there, but every song was an Irving Berlin song. They decided to go to the judge and get married. And while they were there getting married, he sang a song to her. So yes, he sang this song on their wedding day. And I think you all know this. I'll be loving you always with a love that's true, always. When the things you plan need a helping hand, I will understand always, always. Days may not be fair, always. That's when I'll be there, always. Not for just an hour, not for just a day, not for just a year, but always. Everything went wrong, and the whole day long I'd feel so blue. For the longest while I'd forget to smile. Then I met you. Now that my blue days have passed, now that I found you at last, I'll be loving you always with a love that's true, always. When the things you've planned need a helping hand, I will understand always, always. Days may not be fair, always. That's when I'll be there, always. Not for just an hour, not for just a day, not for just a year, but always. Well, that actually wasn't the song that I meant to sing by Irving Berlin, but then after I told the story, I figured it was important to punch it up a little bit. This is the song that I was going to sing. It first appeared in a movie starring Bing Crosby and Fred Astaire called Holiday Inn. And every song in it is an Irving Berlin song, and they're all tied to a holiday. And the Holiday Inn was just what it sounds like. It was only open in the story. The Holiday Inn is only open during whatever holiday it happens to be. So he's playing the piano by the fire and singing this song, or rather, Bing Crosby is. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. Where the treetops listen and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. Thank you. Thank you all. So it's not the only holiday, though, this time of year. I have a song here with a familiar melody, but it talks about one of my favorite food groups, latkes, especially this time of year. And this song describes it very well. There is a chorus, and I'll point it out when it's time to join in. We eat potato latkes at Hanukkah each year with applesauce or sour cream. They quickly disappear, so have another helping as the plate goes round and cheer. And here's your part. Oh, latkes to eat and enjoy, to enjoy. Oh, latkes to eat and enjoy. Try it with me. Oh, latkes to eat and enjoy, to enjoy. Oh, latkes to eat and enjoy. So light the festive candles, the party to begin. Eat latkes by the dozen while the merry dreidel spins. The snow is bright and cold outside, but we are warm within. Oh, latkes to eat and enjoy, to enjoy. Oh, latkes to eat and enjoy. Again. Oh, latkes to eat and enjoy, to enjoy. Oh, latkes to eat and enjoy. I have a little dreidel, I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, then dreidel I shall play. These words are from another song. Let's sing them anyway. Oh, latkes to eat and enjoy, to enjoy. Oh, latkes to eat and enjoy. So light the festive candles, the party to begin. Eat latkes by the dozen while the merry dreidel spins. The snow is bright and cold outside, but we are warm within. Oh, latkes to eat and enjoy, to enjoy. Oh, latkes to eat and enjoy. Oh, latkes to eat and enjoy, to enjoy. Oh, latkes to eat and enjoy. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. the next two songs are indicative of a time that Irving Berlin best is probably the best example, but Gershwin, George Gershwin and his brother Ira too are members of this long-standing group of songwriters from a time and a place called Tin Pan Alley. And there was a part of New York where people would go to the publishers and with their songs and with their talents to write songs and hopefully get them published. Published in those days was primarily sheet music, and then later publishing came to mean everything from paper to recordings to movies, and now streaming. There are still publishing companies that are doing very well. You probably had heard something about how Bob Dylan just sold all the rights to his songs after all these years, something like 600 songs, that the rights to them. So he's going to get some great payout. I don't know if he retains any of the writers' copyrights or not, but it makes it and it's all to be interesting, you know, that some of those songs from way back when are still under copyright. I'm hoping these two aren't. So. Okay. Let's see. Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Now it shows no sign of stopping, and there's plenty of corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally say goodnight, how I'll hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. And now the fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird, here to stay is a new bird. He sings his love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man. But you can do the job when you're in town. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. Now in the meadow we could build a snowman and pretend that he's a circus clown. We'll have lots of fun with Mr. Snowman till all the Sequoia villagers knock him down. Oh, when it snows, ain't it thrilling? Though your nose gets a chillin', we'll frolic and play the old-fashioned way, walking in a winter wonderland. Walking in a winter wonderland, that's right, walking in a winter wonderland. Thank you very much. The next one has been around since before the turn of the 20th century, and talks about going on a ride in a one-horse open sleigh. In fact, that was the first title of this song, One Horse Open Sleigh. The only sleigh that I've ever seen was in a pageant on Cordilleras here in, nearby Redwood City some years ago. And it was being pulled by a pretty good sized pickup truck on a flatbed. And it was huge. I doubt any one horse could pull that sleigh. It had about 20 people sitting on benches inside the sleigh. But it was a great pageant. I loved it. You know, it's the sort of thing that local people do for each other, like Sequoia Village does, and like the Coachside Village group, and anyone else who happens to be listening. I'm so grateful for you, for the work that the love and work that you do for others. It's a marvelous thing, and I know you're just paying it forward. So somebody has helped you along in life, and you're helping somebody else. So thank you very much for letting me sing to you while we talk. So here it is. I have to say, I like the version that Frank Sinatra does. So I add a little bit of that. I love those Jingle bells. I love those Jingle bells. I love those Jingle-bells. I love those jingle bells all the way. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. A day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride, and soon Miss Fanny Bright was seated by my side. The horse was lean and lank, misfortune seemed its lot. We fell into a drifted bank, and we got upset. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. I love those Jingle bells. I love those Jingle bells. I love those Jingle-bells. I love those jingle bells all the way. Okay. Thank you very much. And I'd like to sing for you one that every so often is re-recorded. Gene Autry's one, country's artist, and there have been, and then Bruce Springsteen has recorded it, and I can just see their names, but I can't think. I can see their faces, can't think of their names. Oh, you better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list, he's checking it twice, gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. The girls and boys in Toyland will have a jubilee. They're gonna build a Toyland town all around the Christmas tree. Oh, you better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming, Santa Claus is coming, Santa Claus is coming to town. Thank you, thank you. The next thing I'd like to sing for you is a story, and it is the story of a Christmas Eve, going back to the time of the First World War, the war to end all wars. In the early days of that war, people did think that their young men were going to come home soon. They did not know how bad the war would be, how long it would be, of course, and there'd been no war quite like it, involving all of Europe and eventually the United States as well. It came to be known as the war to end all wars, or the First World War. And the fellow that wrote this, John McCutcheon, his album is actually behind me. He wrote it based on a story he heard. As he was singing it, the first year that he was singing it, he noticed a group of men who were in the audience, quite elderly men, in suits and hats and ties. And the next night he'd be somewhere down the road, and in the audience were these same men with the suits and the ties and the hats. And night after night he would see them. And he finally went up to them and said, I'm getting freaked out by the fact that you guys are following me. He says, well, we served in the First World War, and you are telling our story. So, oh, my name is Francis Tolliver. I come from Liverpool. 2 years ago, the war was waiting for me after school. To Belgium and to Flanders, to Germany, to here, I fought for king and country I love dear. 'Twas Christmas in the trenches where the frost so bitter hung. The frozen fields of France were still, no Christmas songs were sung. Our families back in England were toasting us that day. They're brave and glorious lads so far away. I was lying with my messmate on the cold and rocky ground, when across the lines of battle came a most peculiar sound. Says I, now listen up, me boys, each soldier strained to hear, as one lone German voice sang out so clear. He's singing bloody well, you know, my partner says to me. Soon one by one, in each German voice joined in harmony. Well, the cannons rested silent and the gas clouds rolled no more, as Christmas brought us respite from the war. Now, as soon as they were finished and a grateful pause was spent, God rest ye merry gentlemen struck up some lads from Kent. The next they sang was Stille Nacht, 'tis silent night, says I, and in two tongues one song filled up that sky. There's someone coming towards us, the frontline sentry cried. All sights were fixed on one lone figure trudging from their side. His truce flag like a Christmas star shone on the field so bright, as he bravely strode unarmed into the night. Soon one by one on either side walked into no man's land. With neither gun nor bayonet, we met there hand to hand. We shared some secret brandy and we wished each other well. And in a flare-lit soccer match, we gave 'em hell. We traded chocolates and cigarettes and photographs of home. These sons and fathers far away from families of their own. Young Sanders played his squeeze box and they had a violin, this curious and unlikely band of men. Soon daylight stole upon us, and France was France once more. With sad farewells, we each prepared to settle back to war. But the question haunted every heart that lived that wondrous night: whose family have I fixed within my sights? 'Twas Christmas in the trenches where the frost so bitter hung. The frozen fields of France were warm as songs of peace were sung, for the walls they'd kept between us to exact the work of war had crumbled and were gone forevermore. Oh, my name is Francis Tolliver. In Liverpool I dwell. Each Christmas come since World War I, I've learned its lessons well. That to call those who call the shots won't be among the dead and lame. And on each end of the rifle, we're the same. And that is Christmas in the Trenches. The song mentioned in that, Stille Nacht, I just heard the other night on YouTube. I happened to, just scrolling through things, and I heard the two actors that you would know from Hogan's Heroes that played the commandant and the sergeant singing Silent Night. And their host was Bing Crosby, and he was holding the little guitar that played, that was the accompaniment for the very first time that Silent Night was performed. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round young virgin mother and child, holy infant so tender and mild, sleep in a heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, shepherds quake at the sight, glory stream from heaven afar, heavenly hosts sing hallelujah. Christ the Savior is born. Christ the Savior is born. And I had a request for the actual song that I took the Latka song from, and it goes like this. God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day to save us all from Satan's power when we were gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. In Bethlehem in Jewry, a blessed babe was born, and laid within a manger upon that Christmas morn, to which his mother Mary took nothing taking scorn. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. And I'd like to sing a song that's become a popular song in Spanish and in English. Jose Feliciano's song, Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad, prospero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad, feliz Navidad, feliz Navidad, prospero año y felicidad. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad, prospero año y felicidad. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. So now if you want to unmute your phones and your tablets and and join in, I'd like to sing you this song with you. Does that make sense? Devorah, are we ready? We ready to sing together?
Yeah, so you guys need to unmute yourselves if you want to be heard.
I don't want to be heard.
I hope I scared you all. You have to start early if you want to get to be as the programs. You know, I started about 4 years old, and they can't shut me up. So, but I'd like to sing "We Wish You a Merry Christmas" with you all. And I have a special verse at the end. If you hear me go off on a tangent, just bear with me. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. To you and your kin. Good tidings for
Christmas and Happy New Year.
Sounds good so far. We want some pudding. We want some
sticky pudding.
Want some figgy pudding.
We'll bring some right here.
Won't go until we get some.
We won't go until we get some.
Tidings we bring to you, and we wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Here's the international verse. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Happy Hanukkah. We wish you a Merry Kwanzaa and a blessed Ramadan. Hey, we wish you a Merry
Happy Hanukkah.
Wish you a Merry
Christmas.
A Happy New Year. Having me as your musical guest, and if I need a light bulb put in, I know who to call. Join
the village, Jim.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm really in the mood.
Thank you very much.
Ring some bells somewhere. Good.
Goodbye.
Thanks a lot, Jim.
Thank you. Thank you. And remember, wherever you go, there you are.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Best.
Jim, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure having you with the village. And Devorah, do you have any closing remarks?
We just really appreciate this holiday cheer, and it feels good for all of us to sing safely. So I hope everyone continues singing throughout the day and season to keep our spirits bright. And don't forget, we've got fun things going on with the Village of the Coastside tomorrow and later in the month. So check out the website so you can get onto that Zoom.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Jim. Merry Christmas.
Merry
Merry
Christmas,
Christmas, everyone.
you all as well. Thanks
Merry
for-
Christmas, happy holidays, whatever for everybody. Stay well, stay safe.
Happy 2021. We can't get there soon enough.
Yeah, gotta be better.
All right.
I too will leave. Thank you.
Okay, bye.